guys, on the way to the dyno. I'm nervous and excited, but there's always that nervousness, you know, pushing your car to the limits type of thing. Just want it all to, you know, pay off all the hard work and money. So, see how it goes. Well, guys, I wish I could say that the next part of this video is going to be awesome or amazing, but unfortunately it's not. You know, this is the real world that I live in, and you know, it's not a perfect YouTube world. You know, everything doesn't just happen the way it's supposed to. So, as you can probably tell from my demeanor, I guess, something went wrong with the car. I'm just making this video as an update pretty much, and I don't really know how I'm going to edit it together yet, but you'll see some clips of what went wrong, I guess, and the aftermath. But I wanted to say that, you know, the final pull that you probably saw before me talking right now, that was on 93 pump gas. It made 527 horsepower, 400 and something foot-pounds of torque, and that was about 20 pounds of boost. And I was ecstatic with that. I was like, all right, let's drain the tanks and put E85 in there, see what we can do, pump the boost up. So the tuner said he wanted to get the boost control a little worked up. He wanted to work on the boost controller curve a little bit because it was slowly, it would hit wastegate pressure and then slowly build to 20 pounds, but he wanted it to come on sooner. So in the clip that you saw of me showing the dyno numbers and graph, you can hear the car idling and it sounds great. That's him in there messing with the boost control settings. So after he's done with that, he turns the car off and we'll let the car cool down. We eat some pizza. So we go back to turn the car back on because he wanted to do one more pull on 93, just so he could try and make sure that the boost control PID settings, if you know what that means, are all set correctly. But he wanted to try and start the car, and it was turning over, but it didn't want to start, and it kind of started for a second and died, and then the same thing, kind of started for a second, died, and then we finally got it started, but then there was this tapping noise, and I guess I'll probably put a clip in right now of that noise.
This one's back would definitely sound weaker than the others. But even the other three aren't very definitive.
Yeah. So then we were like, well, maybe it's just missing. Maybe that sound is, you know, cars can make crazy sounds when they're missing or it's not firing on a cylinder. So we tried a bunch of different stuff, you know, unplugging injectors, unplugging coils. We even, you know, backed it off the dyno and got underneath and was cranking it by hand so we can get the timing marks lined up. I took the you know, timing cover off and everything. All the marks on the timing, not timing belt, but the gears and the crank all lined up. So we're like, well, I don't know. It didn't skip a tooth or anything like that. So we were thinking it's probably timing, but anyway, we did a compression test, and cylinders 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6 were all 170 plus compression, and then number 2 had 0 compression. So there's obviously something wrong. So I got it towed home, and I put my little bore scope. I have a little camera and I can record it with my phone, so I did that. I'll put the video here, probably just talk over it, but as you can see, I'm putting the camera down through the spark plug hole, and you can see where the valve was hitting the piston. It, like, you know, carved away the carbon buildup on there, and you can actually see the edge of the piston, or not the piston, the edge of the valve sticking down, so you know it's bent or stuck open somehow. So to this point, I mean, today is Wednesday, and I did the dyno on Sunday. I haven't even touched it, you know, I'm just pretty disappointed in the whole thing. So whenever I get around to tearing it down and seeing what the real cause is, I'll make another video, but as you can see, something happened. My ideas are that maybe a shim kind of flipped up maybe and wedged itself so that the valve stayed open and then couldn't close all the way, so when the piston came up it bent it, or maybe the keepers that hold the valve in place to the retainer, one of those came out and dropped the valve down, and I guess luckily it didn't drop all the way down and put holes in my piston and stuff. So like I said, until I pull it apart and find out what the real cause is, I guess those are my ideas. Yeah, feel free to leave some comments below to, you know, if you have an idea. Like I said, everything was in time. The only thing I can think of is maybe the shim popped up or the keeper undid itself somehow. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, that's my update for now. It sucks. I'm pretty disappointed. You know, I was really excited. It made good power on 93. I was going to shoot for, like, you know, 650 on E85. But yeah, it's probably going to take a lot of money to fix. And yeah, I don't really have a whole lot right now. I mean, you probably know that I have, you know, a family and a full-time job and all that, so this was kind of like my project, and wasn't expecting it to do what it did, so yeah, I haven't really been saving for that occasion. So that being said, you know, if you want to help support build number 2, I guess, or, you know, the machine work that it takes to fix the head or replace a piston or whatever I need to do, feel free to buy a t-shirt. Just GoodeZilla.com/shirts. It'll take you to my Spreadshirt store. Got plenty of different designs. Each shirt comes in any color. You just click on it and you can pick your color or whatever. Or if you shop on Amazon, I mean, you know, anything on Amazon, if you want to use my referral link, it helps me out. I mean, it's just go to GoodeZilla.com/Amazon first, and it'll basically redirect you to Amazon with a bunch of Skyline stuff, but then you can just search for whatever you want to buy. So, I mean, if you want to, I'm not, you know, saying, hey, go do that. But if you want to help me out, that's one way. Excuse me. You know, people would be like, oh, YouTube money, YouTube money. Yeah, I make like maybe 40 or 50 bucks a month from YouTube. Like, I don't even know how many videos I have, like probably close to 100, you know, and yeah, I don't get millions of views like, you know, TJ Hunt or B is for Build or whatever, you know, so the money is, you know, not there. So anyway, sorry, enough about me ranting and rambling. So that's my update. I don't know when the next one's going to be. Whenever I can get some time to pull the head off and figure out all that stuff. So, like I said, if you want to help support, links in the description below for shirts or Amazon or donating or whatever. So, I guess see you next time.